let's talk AIPAC. Let's talk AIPAC.
Yeah.
You heard what I said at my election night watch party. AIPAC, we're going to tear your kingdom down. And I meant it. And to be clear, I said AIPAC because that's who came from me.
That's right.
If it was the
Me
NRA,
too.
I would have said the NRA.
That's right.
But it was AIPAC. So AIPAC is the American Israel Public Affairs Committee. And they made a decision that they wanted to target you and I because of our stance, standing up for Palestinians, standing up for the people of Gaza, and standing up for humanity. So let me tell you my introduction to AIPAC. So I was running for office. This was several years before I won. And yeah, I ran more than once. I lost a couple of times. But it was just someone in my community coming up to me saying, hey, I want to introduce you to someone and, they want to talk to you and just want to talk to you about, like what's your plan, running for office? What are your priorities? You want to do lunch? Yeah, let's do lunch. Go to lunch. And then there's this person who shows up, and now we're talking about something I didn't know we were talking about. So that happened a few times. And then I remember it got heavy. It turned into, well, if you won't say that you stand 100% with Israel, if you keep talking about Palestinian liberation, then you are against the Jewish people. And I was like, how am I against the Jewish people? I love everybody.
That's right.
I said, I stand up for Jewish people the same way I stand up for Palestinian people. What do you mean? I said, anyway, so, and they took it to totally mean that I was being hateful, because I believe in like equality,
Human rights.
I believe in total human rights.
Yeah. Everyone needs to understand this. AIPAC has been doing this work and lobbying in Washington for 60 years. So they are very strategic and very unapologetic about how they try to not just engage current members of Congress, but anyone running for Congress and anyone running for elected office.
Yes.
Any
Municipal,
elected office,
state,
they're going to reach out. And then
clergy.
Number one objectives is to make sure that Israel continues to receive $3.8 billion a year from the United States. That's their number one objective. So, we had the 100 Black Man conversation. I did not follow up with any AIPAC conversations. And then once we won our election, one of the first pieces of legislation that I co-sponsored or co-led actually was the Betty McCollum bill. Okay. I believe you co-led this bill as well. And basically all we were saying was, listen, we're sending Israel $3.8 billion a year. We want to know where our money's going. We want to make sure that money isn't going towards detaining Palestinian children in the West Bank, which we already knew through B'Tselem and Human Rights Watch and the UN, that Israel was doing that, like committing war crimes and doing this. So that was the bill. The minute we co-sponsored this bill, now this is a bill, you know how it works. A bill is introduced, it goes to committee, the committee makes a decision. Are we going to mark it up? Are we going to vote it out of committee? And then it goes to the floor. You already know, because AIPAC has such a powerful special interest in lobby, this bill ain't going nowhere. Like, it's not even no one's sniffing that in committee. But it didn't matter to AIPAC. The fact that I co-sponsored the bill, 1,000 letters to my office, 1,000 calls to my office, protesting outside my office in Mount Vernon, an 80% black city, with the Israeli flag walking back and forth. We couldn't even do our jobs. Like, our office was shut down. They completely shut our office down. We couldn't do our jobs. And so, unfortunately, to your point, throughout our time in Congress, anytime a piece of legislation came up as it related to Israel, it was also a piece of legislation that was undermining the humanity of Palestinians.
Right.